Welcome to my second broadcast on the Enable Learning platform. I'm delighted to be continuing to participate in this initiative. I'm really pleased to report that over 200 schools now are using the Enable Learning platform, and that 70 of our schools now have their Adopt framework in place to look at ways in which they can more extensively use and maximise the learning platform that we've provided. One of the advantages of the learning platform has become very clear to us in recent weeks as we've experienced significant snow, which of course has caused significant disruption to schools. But a number of our schools very creatively enabled children and young people to continue their learning by using the learning platform and facilitating distance learning, thus reducing the disruption to children's education, even though they weren't physically able to get into the school buildings. And I know a number of our colleagues within schools are now looking at ways in which we can build the learning platform facility into our business continuity planning, so that that distance learning and other communication at distance facility can be used to its maximum for supporting the learning of our children and young people. There's lots of schools using other creative ways of using Enable. We've had young people broadcasting their assemblies to their parents so that parents can pick up what their children are doing in assembly whilst they're at work. We've had young people creating videos that can be shared amongst other pupils and indeed across schools. And there's some very exciting work taking place around the 14 to 19 curriculum in looking at ways in which our young people who are proceeding through things like vocational diploma routes are able to utilise the facilities on the learning platform to diversify the way in which they learn and to get them used to technologies that they will be using as part of their day-to-day work when they go into employment. One of the things I want to do is also for the Directorate of Children and Young People Services to use this platform more creatively too. And we're already looking at ways in which my termly newsletter, some of our bulletins might actually be transmitted not just in electronic text format through the platform, but also that we more widely use this video approach to communicate information to you in a more accessible and user-friendly way. And I would want to look at a range of different communications that we make with head teachers, senior leaders in schools, governors and other stakeholders in the learning community, so that we can reduce the paper communication, reduce the bureaucracy and communicate to you in a much more effective way and one which you can use more efficiently. I've also been talking to some head teachers about how we might use the learning platform to undertake some of our consultative processes. I know a number of heads have raised with me over the last couple of months the numbers of times that we're taking head teachers out of schools to attend meetings on what are very important strategic issues for us as a community, but which increasingly take head teachers and senior leaders out of school, and that causes disruption and challenges for the way in which the organisation operates. I think there are ways that we could make consultation through the platform a more interactive way of getting your views and engaging with you in discussion, and perhaps enabling us to widen the number of people who are able to engage in a consultation without people having to come away from their school sites. In addition, of course, you can look at it at a time that's convenient to you rather than having to focus it on one particular meeting that the authority happens to have set up. And I'd be really interested in receiving your views on how we might utilise this medium to enable us to better consult with you and to reduce the amount of time we bring you out of your schools.